Tonight on Evening, miniature masterpieces. Meet the Lynnwood woman creating tiny works of art.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Douglas, and today we're turning Mom's lovely New England corned beef supper into Tom's tasty, spicy corned beef hash.
And the Northwest Sisters helping you spice up your life.
Welcome to the show. I'm Jose Cedeño coming to you from the Waterland Arcade in Des Moines. And if you like classic retro games, trust me, this is the place to be. It's like traveling back in time to a world of arcade games, where you can find everything from Pac-Man to air hockey to the owner's favorite, pinball machines.
Right now at Waterland Arcade we have about 60 games and almost 20 are pinball. Some of the titles are from the early 80s and some of them just came out.
Why do you think people like pinball so much?
It's so dynamic. The ball, you don't know what's going to happen to it, so it's that excitement. There's this like timeless quality to them and how they worked within their limitations.
But if pinball is not your jam, don't worry, because there's plenty of things to play and do here.
This place is about the vibe. It's not just about games. It's the music, it's the art, it's the people. Other thing we do karaoke on Tuesday nights. We do DJ nights, which are live DJ performers. And from a bar standpoint, we only serve beer. We have about 25 to 30 different beers and ciders.
I don't know about you, but this seems like the coolest basement in the world.
Right. Someone told me once it's like a retro Cheers. Although Cheers is kind of retro too.
If you're looking to have this place for yourself, there's options.
You can book the whole place for a private party. That's the most common thing we do. We probably do 15, 20 parties a month.
And now we know. So make this arcade bar into your new future adventure. Okay, the Waterland Arcade opens from Mondays to Saturdays from noon to 11 p.m. They also open on Sundays by reservations only. Now let's go to Lynnwood, where we meet up with a woman that has big talents when it comes to getting small.
Miniatures can be just so like joyful. They're kind of like toys, and they bring you in like you were a child. When the pandemic hit, we were all home. That's when I discovered that it really was a passion of mine that could hold my interest and light up my brain and allow me to hyper-focus for hours at a time. And then I just sort of shifted into calling myself an artist. A diorama is a model of a scene. More often than not, dioramas are miniature. I work in 1/12 scale, so 1 inch in the miniature world is equal to 1 foot in the life-size world. I like to use dioramas kind of like a theater stage. I like to kind of create a scene and leave space for the imagination. I was born into a family that appreciated dollhouses and miniatures. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to this work. I use everything from a tiny little micro drill. I use a miniature lathe. I do a lot of woodworking, as well as paper crafting. A lot of paint, a lot of painting. Paints of all different kinds. Any miniaturist will tell you that they have at least 25 glues, and I'm no exception there. I started just sharing little bits of what I was doing on Instagram, on social media, and people got interested. A friend of mine came to me and he wanted to do something nice for his neighborhood as a gift for his wife. He said that he had this empty parcel locker in his neighborhood that had been empty for 10 years and hadn't been fixed. So I decided to make a diorama that's an ode to postal workers, featuring Postmaster Wanda, who is an octopus. Kind of a surreal take on a postal worker who is tasked with doing lots of things. I did a lot of research going into this piece, a lot of research. I went down to the post office and I took so many pictures. I don't even know if that was allowed, but I took so many pictures. My friend was telling me how much the neighbors appreciated it, and then we posted the video and it got a big response, which blew me away. Really did not expect that. Probably around 150 to 200 hours of work. Now that I'm moving into doing this professionally, I feel so grateful that this was something that I was able to foster. There really are enough people out there who appreciate it. There's a lot of hidden magic in the world. We can find it if we look for it.
Okay, Miriam is currently working on a series of miniature suitcases filled with items that tell a story. If you want to follow that or other projects that she's working on right now, just go to her Instagram page @miniaturewerewolf. The first day of spring is Thursday. To celebrate, the Pike Place Market is holding the 28th annual Daffodil Day. Visitors can get a free bundle of fresh daffodils directly from the local farmers who grew them. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or until they run out of flowers. Since spring is around the corner, many of us are thinking about spring cleaning. That's the topic of our weekly weigh-in. We asked if you can eliminate one chore forever, what would it be and why? Here's Jim and Saint.
Sue says she would get rid of kitchen cleanup. Always hated dishes.
Dishes, yeah, dishes are not good.
I don't mind dishes so much. Anne said, this is a favorite of a lot of people's, toilet cleaning. Do I need to say more?
Yeah, you know how they refer to a toilet as a John?
Yes.
I'm calling my toilet Jim, because that way I can say I went to the gym twice today.
Oh, okay. It wasn't named after me then.
Not really.
That's good. John went with vacuuming cobwebs. He says, I'm tired of my face finding them in the dark when I'm heading to the bathroom. I don't think he understood the question. It's what do you want to eliminate? Sounds like he needs to do a little more vacuuming cobwebs. But maybe that's why you'd like to eliminate the need.
Maybe he doesn't want to deal with cobwebs at all, Jim.
Okay.
What about you?
Don't call me Jim, that's what you call your toilet. I would say weeding. I do not like weeding. My wife happens to enjoy it, so go for it.
Go for it.
I'm fine with that.
For me, it's dusting the ceiling fan. Do you know what dust is made up of?
Mites?
Dead skin cells, mites, pollen, fibers, soil, other debris. Just the kind of stuff you do not want to take a shower in.
No, that's the kind of stuff you just want to flush right down the gym.
Right down the gym it goes. Dwayne said cleaning the tracks of the windows and doors. We don't have paved roads, so it seems like the window and door tracks are always getting dirty.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know, passing truck sends the dust up, the dirt up, and there you go.
I have the solution. Leave your doors and windows open all the time, and you don't have to use the track.
Lori agreed with me. Dusting, she hates. I love all my tchotchkes, she says, but they are major dust collectors. Takes me forever to dust. And finally, Larry would eliminate, he says, just plain old everything.
Just give up on life, Flair.
If you ask me, it will be pretty much anything at the house. Okay, if you want to enjoy the conversation, just go to our King 5 Evening Facebook page. Let's try this again. I'm playing pretty bad. Okay, there you go.
Still to come,
Oh, I see a little bit of a leak.
Jim gets a prevention inspection on how to make a home safer. But first, keep the St. Patrick's Day party going with this corned beef recipe.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
I want to check that out.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Hey, Jim here. Maple Valley singer Lucia Flores-Wiseman was back on The Voice stage, going head-to-head in the battle rounds.
But don't change your hair for me.
Her coach Adam picked the classic My Funny Valentine for this duet and had a tough time choosing a winner. But in the end, he went with...
There's some people, man, I can't ever leave behind, and the winner of this battle is Lucia.
Congratulations. We can't wait to see what Lucia does next. The Voice airs Monday nights at 8 right here on King 5.
Welcome back to the show from the Waterland Arcade. Now, do you have corned beef leftovers from your St. Patrick's Day dinner? If you do, our chef Tom Douglas is gonna show how you can turn that into a second meal. Yeah, here join us from the Hot Stove Society kitchen.
Hey everybody, we're gonna take my mom's New England boiled corned beef supper, which I always loved as a kid, and we're going to turn it into Tom's spicy corned beef hash on the next day. So I've taken some poblano chili, and I've taken some leek. All right, my binder starts with, of all things, Heinz chili sauce. Well, I don't put it in here to get started because I can't control the amount or the mix. So I'm going to put into here, into my bowl, the three things that are key to my binder. Grenache hatch green chili sauce. And I like that for the green flavor, right? It's got some heat, not a ton. One of my secret pantry items that I use in many things is a Chipotle Tabasco, which gives you an umami kind of smokiness about it. All right, we're just gonna mix this and then take a test. See if it's got the heat level that you're looking for. Our leeks and our peppers are just about done, so I'm gonna take a chunk of my corned beef. Doesn't that look good? Now I'm gonna take some of the cooked potatoes. And I know you're thinking, I could just reheat this and eat it the way it is. Of course you can. But you don't own it then. I own this dish. What do you own? Okay, I'm gonna put my glaze. Now another trick when you're making anything that takes a poached egg is you always pre-crack your egg into a little bowl so that you know that it's not broken and that there's no shells in it. Because you don't want to be fishing around in here looking for that shell or dealing with a broken egg, right? Into this amount of water, I've got about a tablespoon of vinegar. And I want to get some heat on this because I want that sear. I want some caramelization on my hash. I love corned beef hash. You know, we are blessed with Market House corned beef. It is a fabulous place. How pretty is that? You kidding me? And this one came apart a bit. We're gonna use it anyway though, because they're too expensive to throw away. And to finish, we're gonna add ourselves a little bit of Greek oregano. This to me is a gorgeous alternative to having boiled corned beef and cabbage dinner for lunch the next day.
Thank you, chef. If you want Tom's corned beef hash recipe, we will have it on our website, king5evening.com.
Coming up, tips to keep your home safer and running smoothly. Portions of Evening sponsored by Pemco Insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Pemco Insurance wants to help you prevent the preventable by solving problems before they even happen. Pemco's chief claims officer showed Jim some troubling spots at home.
These gutters a little messy at the moment.
Absolutely. I think it's important that after the fall season and in the spring season, you come out, you take a look at your gutters, make sure they're clear of leaves and other things that can accumulate. The ultimate goal is to make sure water can flow off your roof and into the gutters, down the downspouts, so that water doesn't accumulate on your roof, which can ultimately go under the shingles here and create damage to your ceilings, your walls, your drywalls, and other areas in your house. To avoid having to come up on a ladder, you can hire someone to come out and clean your gutters. And then the ultimate solution is to have a gutter guard protection system where it protects debris and leaves and things like that from building up automatically.
What do we do with this, Calvin?
The good news here is the actual water hose has been taken off already. So the goal here is to get the hose away. And then also, you can use a tool like this, faucet cover, preventing it from freezing over and creating the damage at the pipe area. There's a lot of ways you can make sure that your hose bib doesn't freeze up during the cold weather.
Normally with my refrigerator, I open it. If it's cold and it has food in it, I'm done thinking about it. But there's a lot more that goes on.
Absolutely. You really, including the refrigerator and all your appliances that connect to a water supply line, you want to make sure you do a great inspection of those. I did bring examples of hoses. This right here is kind of a hose that traditionally will have problems. Here is a braided stainless steel supply line.
So this is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. You want to swap out the builder grade for the good stuff. At PEMCO, we follow 3 main philosophies around preventing water losses. One is maintenance, making sure that we maintain the property as it's expected to be. Monitoring, make sure we're monitoring what's happening with water and stains and potential things that could be warning signs. And lastly, inspections, making sure we inspect appliances that are connected to water lines.
Oh, I see a little bit of a leak.
Anywhere where you have water coming in or water going out, you want to try to put something in place where you can monitor it to make sure even if you get a little leak, you can prevent the bigger loss that could occur. Here is a monitoring system that you can pick up at your hardware store. There's many versions of this.
Okay.
We'll install it on the wall here.
Okay.
And then the sensor we would put underneath where we actually have potential water drainage.
That's great. I didn't even know about these. So thank you for educating me. You may have just saved part of my house. All right, Calvin, thanks for all the great advice.
Well, I hope these tips help you prevent the preventable.
I'm going to do that. In fact, I have to go wrap some pipes if I can figure out how any of this works. See you later.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim and Calvin. You can find tips from PEMCO on how to make your house safer on our website, king5evening.com. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Do you have a family recipe that is so good you can sell it in stores? Well, 2 sisters in Bremerton are sharing their grandmother's recipe with the world. Here's Saint.
Give it a little more juice in there.
Some secrets are worth keeping, but others, they're too good not to share.
But as quick as we done made these little jars right here, they'll be gone.
This is Cha-Cha. For as long as they can remember, it's been part of Nanette and Tanita's life. They're sisters.
Yes.
Sometimes mistaken for twins.
Yes.
Who come from a long line of great home chefs.
I love to cook.
Yes.
I get joy out of it. And I think that's our whole family.
More than 60 years ago, their grandmother invented Cha-Cha to solve a flavor problem. Their grandfather was vegetarian, and this vinegar-based vegetable relish helped spice up his life. Cha-Cha works as a topping, a dressing, or a dip, and complements just about everything. It's also organic, gluten-free, low in calories.
This is some kind of delicious. Yes, it is.
Of course, they won't reveal the secret recipe.
Oh no, my grandma would kill us.
But they are giving the world a taste with Franny Mae's Cha-Cha Relish. Every jar is scratch-made and labeled by their own hands with some help from Aunt Jeannie.
Who's got the Cha-Cha? Franny Mae's got the Cha-Cha.
The name of their company, Franny Mae, honors their mother, who smiles warmly at customers from every label they print.
Every time I look at this jar, I see my mom.
Oh, it's okay, sister.
Oh. I just wish she was here to see us and see what we have accomplished. And I know that she would be proud of us.
One family's tradition passed down for generations, and now passed on, so other families can make their own memories, thanks to a pair of sisters who make quite a team in business and in life.
Yes, we do. To the end.
Ooh, that looks so good. And of course, we're going to have the info if you want to buy it on our website, king5evening.com. Now I want to say thank you to the Waterland Arcade for hosting us tonight. We're going to leave you right now with images from Pioneer Park on Mercer Island. Good night, everybody.